Hey, welcome back to another time-sticking YouTube video. Now today we're going to be talking about a particular YouTuber, which actually doesn't really happen too much here at Time Sticking, so stick with us through our intro and we'll be imbibing some information about watches and drinks. Now this being our first time giving a shout out to a YouTuber, it feels kind of fresh. Greg from How to Drink actually covered some timepieces recently while being a mixologist on screen. Greg's candid relationship with his audience is amicable and entertaining. Personality exudes from Greg as he describes drinks that pair with movies, video games, television shows, and more recently, fine timepieces. His watch wearing in the videos not only functions as advertising for the featured watch selling site, it is paired with thoughtfully selected, handcrafted cocktails. Now I understand that not everybody who watches our channel is a drinker. Not all of us at Time Sticking are either. However, the aesthetics surrounding watches and drinking, especially in men's fashion, have a pretty good history together. Tailor-made refinement is part of the evolution of watch style and mixology alike. So in the spirit of history and great pairings, we're going to touch on the featured pieces in a recent pair of How to Drink's horologically minded videos. Two heavy hitters that were brought out first on How to Drink are Rolex's Sea Dweller and the Omega Speedmaster. Now Rolex's Sea Dweller is a very impressive diving watch, and the Omega Speedmaster is a space-age favorite. Beginning with the Rolex Sea Dweller, an in-spirit successor to the more famous Submariner, Greg from How to Drink proposes a Jacques Cousteau cocktail to accompany the piece. Unfortunately, he could not find any information on what Jacques Cousteau used to drink. He thus opts to make a Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou inspired beverage, a film that came out in 2004, which was also inspired by Cousteau's era diving. In the film, Steve Zissou does not wear a Rolex, but he dons maritime clothing and orders a Campari on the rocks.
Hey, intern, give me a Campari, will you?
On the rocks?
It's a strange order considering that Campari is typically used for mixing, something I learned today. So Greg decides to make an Americano. We'll admit some palatal ignorance here and just say that this beverage is described as a bright, refreshing, and sort of bittersweet cooler, something to pair with the Rolex Sea Dweller. And to be sure, it employs Campari as a mixer. Cousteau would likely be proud of How to Drink's efforts on this one, but we might suggest a different watch for next time. Jacques Cousteau's preferred diving watch was a Doxa Sub 300 Aqualung edition. Sorry, Rolex. In this same video where they pair the Americano with the Rolex Sea Dweller, they move on to the Omega Speedmaster right after. And this was the only watch officially rated by NASA for space operations back in the 1960s. It accompanied Buzz Aldrin and the Apollo 11 crew to the moon, something that Omega still uses as a selling point today. When How to Drink got their hands on this one, they opted to craft a space-age drink to pair with it. Known as the Saturn Cocktail, their imbibable piece of astronomy looks pretty cool alongside the Speedmaster. Now the name of the Saturn Cocktail actually comes from the garnish, and it's pretty out of this world. The drink topper is a lime peel that acts as Saturn's ring around a fresh cherry, not maraschino, planet. Though the cocktail references a celestial body, it's a very tropical earthbound drink, according to its description from How to Drink. We don't have any alternative timepieces to add to this one, but we are impressed, once again, with the snippets of research How to Drink laced into their video. One particular standout is that Greg mentions a sapphire crystal featured on modern Speedmasters. This would likely shatter in space. This reality would totally deprive any modern Omega Speedmaster of its original NASA rating. Keeping a sort of Rolex theme going in their second video, How to Drink features a Tudor Pelagos and a Rolex Day-Date in a later video. In this video, Greg opens with a joke. His father-in-law asks, hypothetically, "Is Rolex time better than regular time?" Greg then goes on to jest.
I'm happy to report that the answer is yes, it is. Absolutely.
We here at Time Sticking can't help but agree. Rolex time is different. But before Greg goes on to pair a drink with the Rolex Day-Date, Greg starts with a Rolex-built Tudor watch. Tudors are a more cost-effective way to engage with the Rolex brand, which is something Greg aptly acknowledges. The Tudor Pelagos in this How to Drink tutorial is a rugged performance piece. So our host opts to make a rugged beverage. To pair with the Pelagos, Greg mixes a drink referred to as a stone fence. Greg's logic for choosing this cocktail has a historical bend. Apparently it was the preferred drink of Ethan Allen and his Green Mountain Boys. It is said that Ethan Allen drank it the night before storming Fort Ticonderoga. Pretty big deal. Being both clever and tactful, Greg from How to Drink opts to feature zero garnish on the drink because of this historical fact. His choice keeps up with the theme of toughness. On that note, if we were to make a suggestion to Tudor, it might be good to take the ceramic bezel garnish off of the watch to make it just a little bit more tough. Moving on to the Rolex Day-Date in the video, Greg mentions some more of How to Drink's horological research. He notes that this particular watch is often referred to as the President or Presidential due to its favor with American presidents. He's absolutely right. But where most presidents rock a 36mm Rolex Day-Date, Greg is wearing a 40mm one in the video, which he does mention. Finding its opulence very stunning, Greg pairs the piece with a Millionaire cocktail. It's a Gatsby-esque drink that existed during the Prohibition era. After revealing this choice, How to Drink aptly mentions that the watch would not have been around during Prohibition. Rolex's Day-Date was actually released in the mid-1950s. Keeping that release date in mind, Rolex's Day-Date was the first automatic wristwatch to feature the day and the date in one wristwatch. Often being a Millionaire timepiece, How to Drink's pairing matches the history and persona of this featured Rolex. Keeping a lot of Americana in mind, making these drinks and pairing them with wristwatches that have a rich history with America, Greg from How to Drink does a great job of also incorporating music, jazz music more specifically. And I shouldn't just say Greg, but the whole How to Drink team. Like a cool drink on a hot day, or a warming drink on a cold one, Glenn Kreitzer's soundtrack is refreshingly paired with the timepieces and cocktails in these How to Drink videos. Watching a bewatched wrist tip and pour ingredients in high resolution is dazzling alongside jazzy notes playing in each shot. Combined with this, the casual formatting on set and charming dialogue from Greg make How to Drink a standout series, especially in terms of Americana and history. With every episode, they research their subject matter well, very well, and employ their mixological skills in a way that adds depth to their subject. With these more current watch-centric videos, Swiss luxury watches are juxtaposed masterfully with the laid-back yet informative format of the series. We really enjoy the timepieces they've chosen to feature thus far and hope they do more work on the subject. So to close off our video today, we just want to give hats off to Greg and the rest of the How to Drink team. We really enjoy the timepieces you've been featuring and hope to see more in the future. And if any of you are watching, cheers! Hello, and thanks for watching our YouTube video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and you can find similar videos right here. For more new and interesting content from Time Sticking on our channel, please subscribe at the link here. And for more information about wristwatch repair and watch maintenance generally, you can find us at timesticking.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.